5 future countries that could soon change the map of the world. What if the world map you know today looked completely different in 10 years? Several regions are dreaming of independence, and some even have a concrete plan to become fully fledged nations. In this video, we're going to explore 5 territories that could become future countries. Buckle up, it's time for a global tour of potential new flags. New Caledonia, a French territory in the South Pacific, has already held 3 independence referendums. In 2018 and 2020, the no vote narrowly won. In 2021, the third referendum was widely boycotted by pro-independence groups. But the question remains, could this territory become independent in the coming years? The decolonization process isn't over, and negotiations with the French state are ongoing. A future Kanak country? It's still on the table. Not forgetting the riots took place on the island during the 1980s, but also in 2024 with Kanaks pushing for the independence of what would perhaps become Kanaki or Kankia, in French, Kanaki. Quebec is perhaps the most famous separatist case in the Western world. With a strong French-speaking identity within a mostly English-speaking Canada, the province has already held 2 referendums. The last one, in 1995, was decided by less than 1%. Today, the independence movement has lost some momentum, but it still resonates deeply. A political comeback could reignite the push for sovereignty. Conservatives point the finger at immigration, which is detrimental to the French language. However, a significant proportion of immigration is French-speaking, with departure countries such as Senegal, Morocco, and the Ivory Coast. But French speakers want to preserve their particularity, which makes them unique around 2 large English-speaking countries. Somaliland, in the Horn of Africa, became independent a few days after declaring its independence from the United Kingdom, but it became part of Somalia soon after. Somaliland declared independence from Somalia in 1991 after a brutal civil war. Since then, it has had its own government, its own currency, and enjoys much greater stability than Somalia. The catch? No country in the world officially recognizes it. Still, Somaliland functions like an independent state in every practical sense. Whether international recognition will follow remains to be seen. Now heading to Papua New Guinea and the island of Bougainville. There was a civil war between the country and its secessionist region that left 20,000 dead. In 2001, a peace agreement was reached and a referendum was called. Bougainville Island held a historic referendum in 2019 where over 97% voted for independence. An overwhelming result. Since then, a transition process has been underway and full independence could be declared by 2027. If so, Bougainville would become the world's newest country. Oh, Greenland. Yes, it's that famous piece of land, or ice, that could be the 51st or 52nd state of the USA. Hi to our Canadian friends. Well, we're not going to talk about that here. Greenland, tied to Denmark, already enjoys wide autonomy. It left the European Union in 1985, controls its own natural resources, and has its own government. Full independence is a long-term goal, but has been delayed due to economic reliance on Denmark. However, with melting ice opening up new resources, Greenland could soon stand on its own. But for the moment, Greenland lives mainly on Danish subsidies, so its independence is not yet one of the most conceivable. The world is constantly evolving, and these 5 territories show that geopolitics is never set in stone. The pursuit of independence, whether cultural, historical, or economic, remains a powerful force. So tell us, which of these do you think will become a country next? Drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more geopolitical content, and we'll see you soon on the channel.